Ever wonder why some people seem to build wealth effortlessly, while others work just as hard but never get ahead? The biggest mistake keeping you from wealth isn't what you think. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter with your money. Before we dive in, if you're serious about transforming your financial future, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It helps the algorithm show this content to more people who need to hear it, and trust me, this information changed my life, and it could change yours too. So what exactly is this critical mistake that's keeping you from building wealth? It's actually a combination of financial blind spots that create a perfect storm. The good news? Once you identify these patterns, you can break free from them. Financial freedom isn't about making $1 million overnight. It's about making consistent, intelligent decisions with whatever money you have right now. Let's break down the specific mistakes that are holding you back. Problem number 1, living without a financial system. The first major mistake is operating without a personal financial system. According to a Federal Reserve survey, 40% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense without borrowing. This isn't just about income. Plenty of high earners are just as broke as everyone else. Without a system, your money has no direction. Think about it. Would a business survive if it had no idea what money was coming in or going out? Of course not. Yet we manage our personal finances this way all the time. The solution is to create a personal financial operating system with these components. Track every dollar. Use apps like Mint, YNAB, or even a simple spreadsheet to track where your money goes. Studies show people who track their spending save an average of 20% more than those who don't. Implement the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt payment. This simple framework creates guardrails for your spending. Automate everything. Set up automatic transfers on payday for savings, investments, and bill payments. A study by Vanguard found that people who automate their investments save twice as much as those who don't. Weekly money dates. Spend just 20 minutes each week reviewing your finances. This keeps you connected to your money and helps catch problems early. Now let's move on to another critical mistake. This next one might be uncomfortable to hear, but it's probably costing you thousands of dollars every year. Problem number 2, the consumer mindset trap. The second major mistake is adopting a consumer mindset instead of an investor mindset. Americans spend an average of $1,497 per month on non-essential items. That's nearly $18,000 per year. Meanwhile, the average American invests less than 5% of their income. When you buy liabilities that decrease in value rather than assets that increase in value, you're swimming against the current of wealth building. Here's how to shift from consumer to investor. The 24-hour rule. For any non-essential purchase over $100, wait 24 hours before buying. Studies show this reduces impulse purchases by 70%. Calculate value in hours worked. Before buying something, calculate how many hours you had to work to afford it. That $1,000 phone? At $25 an hour, that's a full week of work. Redirect spending to investments. Start with just 1% of your income into investments, then increase by 1% every month until you reach at least 20%. Even $100 per month invested with an 8% return becomes $150,000 over 30 years. Create a freedom fund. Set aside money specifically for investments that generate passive income. The goal is to eventually have your assets pay for your liabilities. I want you to listen to this next part very carefully because it's probably the biggest wealth killer of them all, and almost nobody talks about it. Problem number 3, financial illiteracy and fear. The third major mistake is financial illiteracy combined with fear of investing. According to FINRA, 66% of Americans couldn't pass a basic financial literacy test. What's worse, the average investor significantly underperforms the market because of emotional decisions. From 2000 to 2020, the S&P 500 returned an average of 7.5% annually, but the average investor only earned 2.9% because of poor timing and fear-based decisions. Here's how to overcome financial illiteracy and fear. Financial education. Commit to learning the basics of investing. Just 30 minutes of reading per day will put you in the top 1% of financial knowledge within a year. Start small. Begin with just $100 in a broad market ETF to get comfortable with market movements without risking much. Focus on process, not outcomes. Create an investment plan and stick to it regardless of market conditions. Consistency beats timing every time. Find a mentor or community. Join investment groups online or find a knowledgeable friend who can guide you. Having support reduces the fear factor significantly. Now let's address a problem that's actually mathematical in nature and explains why so many hardworking people never get ahead. Problem number 4, the income-only focus. The fourth and possibly most critical mistake is focusing exclusively on earned income rather than building multiple income streams and leveraging compound growth. Here's the harsh reality. If you're only trading time for money, you're fighting a losing battle. There are only 24 hours in a day, and you can only work so much. Meanwhile, the truly wealthy have their money working for them 24/7. According to IRS data, the average millionaire has 7 income streams. Yet 76% of Americans rely on a single paycheck. This single source dependency creates financial fragility and limits wealth building potential. Here's how to break free from the income-only trap. Build income streams gradually. Start with side hustles that match your skills. Even an extra $500 a month invested over 20 years can grow to over $300,000. Harness compound interest. Remember that compound interest is exponential, not linear. If you invest $500 monthly with an 8% return, in 10 years, you'll have $86,000, but in 30 years, it grows to over $745,000. Develop passive income sources. Identify opportunities that match your interests: dividend stocks, rental properties, digital products, or affiliate marketing. The goal is to eventually have money coming in whether you work or not. Leverage other people's time and money. As you grow, find ways to scale through outsourcing or partnerships. This multiplies your earning potential beyond your personal time limits. The 1% rule. Aim to improve your financial position by just 1% each week. These small improvements compound dramatically over time. Before we wrap up, there are some critical principles you need to understand about building wealth. The wealth equation. Wealth equals income plus investments minus lifestyle. This simple formula explains why high-income earners can be broke while modest earners can become wealthy. If your lifestyle exceeds your income and investments, you'll never build wealth regardless of how much you make. The rule of 72. To estimate how long it takes to double your money, divide 72 by your annual return rate. At 8% interest, your money doubles every 9 years. At 10%, it doubles every 7.2 years. The Pareto principle in finance. 80% of your financial results come from 20% of your actions. Identify the key activities that most impact your wealth and prioritize them. The millionaire next door. Most millionaires live below their means, avoid status purchases, and consistently invest over long periods. Flashy lifestyles usually indicate debt, not wealth. Let's quickly recap the wealth-blocking mistakes we've covered and their solutions. Living without a financial system. Create a personal financial operating system with tracking, budgeting, automation, and regular reviews. The consumer mindset trap. Shift from consumer to investor by implementing the 24-hour rule, calculating value in hours worked, redirecting spending to investments, and creating a freedom fund. Financial illiteracy and fear. Overcome these by committing to financial education, starting small with investments, focusing on process over outcomes, and finding supportive communities. The income-only focus. Break free by building multiple income streams, harnessing compound interest, developing passive income sources, leveraging other people's resources, and implementing the 1% improvement rule. Let me tell you about 2 friends who graduated together 10 years ago. Both started with similar $50,000 jobs. The first friend, let's call them Friend A, focused on looking successful. They bought a new car on finance, rented the nicest apartment they could afford, and spent freely on the latest gadgets and experiences. They worked hard and eventually doubled their salary to $100,000, but their expenses grew even faster. Today, despite earning 6 figures, they have less than $20,000 in savings and $35,000 in consumer debt. The second friend, Friend B, made different choices. They drove an older car, lived with roommates for a few years, and automatically invested 20% of every paycheck. They spent time learning about investing and started a small side business selling products online that eventually generated an extra $1,000 monthly. Their salary also grew, but more modestly, to $80,000. Today, friend B has over $300,000 in investments, owns a duplex where rental income covers most of their mortgage, and has 3 income streams. They work because they want to, not because they have to. The difference wasn't income, it was the system and mindset. Friend A played the consumer game while friend B played the wealth building game. Same starting point, dramatically different outcomes. The harsh truth is that becoming wealthy isn't about making one big financial decision. It's about making thousands of small, smart decisions consistently over time. The system beats willpower every single time. If you're not where you want to be financially, don't beat yourself up. Instead, start implementing these solutions today. Remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. If this video helped you identify mistakes in your financial approach, smash that like button and subscribe for more content that cuts through the noise and delivers actionable financial wisdom. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below telling me which mistake you're committed to fixing first. Your financial freedom journey starts with a single step. Take that step today, and I'll see you in the next video.